I have an interesting video here, and I want to share to you regarding the sons of God that bred with the daughters of man. Okay, a lot of people think angels came down. A lot of people have, mythology. But let's look at this chronological map of the patriarchs, and let's see what this map says and this chart says. Okay. Now, Enos, look at Enos here. All right. Now where did Enos come from? He came from the patriarchs of Seth. Okay. So Enos is on the scene, but Enos does something here that you have to look at. Right here, where it says, and begot, look at this, and begot sons and daughters. Enos prohibited intermarriages with the Cainites. Okay, who are the Cainites? Okay, and he prohibited the marriage of the Cainites. Here are the Cainites up on top here, and they're from the lineage of Cain. Okay, this is on top. This is the lineage of Cain, and this from through Methuselah and Lamech, and here's his. It's all the history that they have here. They had to end it here, but he said he did not want to interbreed with the Cainite. Okay. Now, according to the books that in what they say is in the days of Jared, the sons of God bred with the daughters of men. Okay. Now, a son of God can mean a son. It comes from the womb. Okay. So when you're a son of anything, that means just be careful. It comes from a womb. People think it's an angel flying around with wings, bred with man, but that's not true. That's mythology here. Okay, let's see what else this chart says. Okay, this chart says that, look right here, right here. According to an ancient Arabian tradition, Jared was the first of the line of Seth. Look at that. Oh, let's go back there. Yeah, right here. I'm sorry about that. According to ancient Arabian tradition, Jared was the first in the line of Seth who broke, right here, who broke through the commandment of Enos, right here, which prohibited the intermarriage with the Cainites, which tended greatly to obliteration and every moral and religious principle. Now look at that. Would you look at that? Okay, so in the days of Jared, now we have a problem because let's see who was on the earth in the days of Jared. Well, when Jared came out, well, guess what? Here is the Cain's offspring right here, in the days of Jared. Okay, and they broke the tradition of Enos, which prohibited the intermarriage, right down here, prohibited intermarriages. So when these Enos prohibited that, Jared was the first to break that. And according to the scriptures, in the days of Jared, the sons of God bred with the daughters of man. And according to this chart, you're seeing the two different seed lines. Okay, now where did this Cain seed line come from? Because it came from Cain. But where did Cain come from? People say, well, that was the first man that God, Adam's son. But let's see, did this man really come from Adam is the question. That's the question because they're calling these people are a different lineage. Where did these people come from? Let's look at Genesis 4:1. Now, Genesis 4:1, you can read it as it stands in the King James Version, right here. And Adam, right here, and Adam knew Eve, his wife, she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. Listen to this, okay? Gotten a man from the Lord. That's kind of a weird statement to say. And Adam knew Eve, his wife. Okay, and you got to look at these words. Adam, this word Adam is they capitalize it here, but it's mankind. Mankind knew the woman. Eve is the woman. Okay, so they embellish these things. Adam, like a guy named Adam, and a lady named Eve. But let's go and see what the Strong's Concordance says about this. Let's look at it and break down the Hebrew words. And Adam, this is not a guy named Adam. They got this capitalized. This means mankind. Any man. Any man. Mankind had relations. We know what that means. Had relations. Okay, have relations with his wife. See, his wife. But look, it means woman. Woman, the opposite of man. Okay, so this is a moment in time. They're trying to tell you that this is what happened. Somebody from mankind had relations with a woman, and this woman right here, they give Eve is life. In other words, it's going to produce life. This womb is fertile. It's going to produce life, is what they're trying to say. And she conceived, in other words, became pregnant. Okay, and it's going to, and then she's going to give birth, meaning it's from the womb. She's going to have a son. That's the way a son can come. So when you're a son of God, when you're a son of anything, you come from the womb. That's the marker that shows, hey, this scripture says son of. Okay, when you're a son, that means you come from the wombs of. You're going to be, and the father, you have a particular father as a progenitor. Okay, now this woman conceived and gave birth to Cain. Okay, now here's that Cain. Okay, these people, Cain. Now look at this. With the help of the Lord. Okay, this with the help of. Now, what does this mean? It means with relationship. Look right here, with relationship. So, with the help of means relation. Together with, right here. Together with, right here. Okay, so with of who? Okay, so this Cain came with the help of together. So now they're going to tell you that the woman is going to show who the father is. Okay, but who is his father? Right here. Cain came about with the relationship with who? The Lord. Okay, the Lord. Now that's just a generalized name, but what does the scripture say? Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh. Okay, so with relationship, Cain comes about. This is the father, and they have brought forth. Okay, she brings forth. Now this man is a different man. This man is a Strong's 376 man right here. Okay, it's a different man that she brings forth. You have to understand that when she didn't bring back a man like Adam, Strong's 120, like this man right here, but Strong's 120 man. This man this can be any man and any mankind in general. It doesn't tell you if he's a strong man, doesn't tell you if he's a mighty man. It's just from mankind. But this particular man, they're going to break it out and tell you this is a champion. Okay, great man. Okay, only way you can produce a champion, a great man, to be a champion, a great man. Okay, for this woman to produce that, the father has to be a champion and a great man, just like Yahweh was. He was a champion and a great man. So he brought forth this lineage. So Cain, this is from the champion line, great man. This is a different line. So they wanted to separate this lineage. And Enos said, hey, don't breed with anybody from there. It was prohibited. See right here, Enos prohibited the marriages. Intermarriage. In other words, When you intermarry something, you're intermarrying from one seed to another. This is not the same people. This is an intermarrying thing. Okay, and it was prohibited. Okay, but Jared, in the days of Jared, broke that command. Okay, broke the command, and when he right here, when he broke it, okay, right here, broke through the command of Enos. Now, what happened was tended greatly to obliteration. Now, this is what when the sons of God bred with the daughters of man, what happened? Obliteration, moral, everything, principle. That's why this reason why the flood, this obliteration is the reason why the flood had to come. Because the man, when you breed this seed line with the other seed line, you're going to produce a man that you're not ready for. Okay, this man has the attributes of both seed lines. So when you go back and when you see Noah, and you see Jared, this seed line goes all the way to the flood. It goes all the way to the flood, and a lot of these patriarchs die, and then Noah, there's a deluge. Okay, you know the story, and it's right here. And here's the seed line that goes. Okay, but the reason why they don't show you anybody from this Cain lineage, they don't show you it. There's no record. There's no record of this Cain's lineage, but they did breed. This lineage right here did breed with in the days of Jared, so they were all inter. So if you have to look at it now, the son of if this man or these people take a woman of this race, that offspring is on the line of Jared now, or the line of these people. It's not on the line of that was the womb. They took the womb. Now it transfers over to this lineage. You know what I mean? But the man over here, they don't have the man of this lineage. It doesn't for some reason it got cut off, or they don't want to tell you. But I just want to show you that even on this chart shows you that this is not about an angel or mythology of a angel with wings coming down and breeding with man and forming a giants. Now these giants were according to might. In other words, the giant was a mighty man. When you're a mighty man, you're a giant on the earth. Now they produce giants. Okay, a man of might. Okay, this is how they did it. Okay, it's all in these books. You just got to look at it, read it, and get out of mythology, and then you'll be able to understand some of this stuff. So thanks for watching.